Have you ever covered a carpet stain with a rug? Ignored a leaky faucet? Pretended your half-painted living room is supposed to look that way? Well, you're not alone. We've all got unfinished home projects. Whether it's a door that sticks, or a disorganized closet, or an AC unit that only works half the time. It all matters. You just haven't taken care of it yet. But there's an easier way. Just download the Thumbtack app. You can search for what you need done and find tons of highly rated pros right in your neighborhood. Check prices, reviews, and book a pro right on the spot. Plus, you'll know what to tackle next, because Thumbtack is the app that shows you what to do, who to hire, and when. Pull out your phone and in just a few taps, say goodbye to all those unfinished home projects and say hello to caring for your home the easier way. Download Thumbtack and start a project today.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Temp check. What kind of summer are we having this year? A family road trip summer? A beach bum summer? Or a wake me when the sun sets summer? With Instacart, choose your own adventure and skip the shopping side quests. Where available, you can get ice cream delivered to your hotel, sunscreen to the pool, or cold brew to your bed. Well, door. In as fast as 30 minutes. Wherever you find yourself this summer, you can get the goods. Download Instacart for free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum $10 per order. Excludes restaurants. Additional terms and fees apply.
One moment, a gift most humans never receive in a lifetime.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
It makes me feel invigorated. Does that make any sense? Man, I get up in the morning and I'm not going to sit around wondering what I should do.
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Jeff Lutz.
It would probably go me, and then you probably second, and then me again, you again, and then Bob. Bob coming in at a distant fifth.
Oh, shocking. Monstrous.
And Jason Duda. For today, anyway.
Oh, I gotta do this today. I gotta get this done. I gotta do this. I gotta get this. I gotta do this.
Sitting is not good. Where for me, sitting is great.
I hear you loud and clear.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Are you ready? Let's go!
We are back. It's the three-man booth here on the Bob and Jeff Show today. Jason Duda sitting in and doing a whale of a job, I might add.
It's been amazing.
Maybe one of your best shows.
I think it has been. Thank you for that. That's fantastic.
Jeff, certainly one of your better shows.
I agree.
And I'll leave it to you to decide how good I've been today.
We have.
Did you come up with any kind of a competition?
Well, we could kind of do a little competition, I guess.
You know, I'm all about competition.
I know. This is going to be because I can't get obviously, the Wi-Fi down here is terrible.
Well, I'll go ahead and, if you just ask me for the password.
I've been asking you for the password for how long?
I think he gave it to you last time.
I think
you said something like, well, I don't have something that was a problem.
Write it down and let me get it in here. Only it's a fly ball.
Track. Well, listen, this is my life. This is what I care about. Give me that.
Well, you got it.
Not have that.
Look at you go.
I don't watch, I don't watch the Edmonton Oilers and get wrapped up in it.
It's not Saturday.
And they're in the finals.
Yeah. This is the one team I get wrapped up in. And even when they're mediocre, I still get there.
Fair enough.
And how do you think this guy got this?
Who? Halsey?
No, my son.
Oh.
How come you think he's so wrapped up?
I got it from you.
All right, from you, all right.
What's the competition?
Okay, we'll do a little World Series style.
What does that mean?
World Series of Face-Off style?
Well, kind of.
Okay, I get it.
But it's going to be the top 5, and you got to give me in Major League Baseball in a bunch of leader categories.
History?
No, just this year.
This year.
I don't know anything about that.
I'll rip this apart.
Batting average.
Luis
Give me-
Arias.
Okay, you going first, I guess.
Yeah.
So you give me the top 5. He's got 1.
Salvi.
That's number 1. Salvi is not in the top 5.
Dang it.
Jurickson Profar.
Yes, number 2 at 329.
What happened to Salvi?
Salvi's
He's been
having
struggling
a
little
good
bit.
year. Bobby Witt Jr.
You are correct. That's tied for 4th. There's 2 left.
So I'm up 3-0, right?
You're up 3-0.
So I can run up
3-0?
the score.
Yeah, you get a point
I don't
for each
do this.
one.
I don't follow the leaders.
Well, it doesn't
Too
matter.
bad.
You do.
That's a
I
dumb
thought you were a
game.
baseball guy.
I am, but I don't look at leaderboards.
Who's a better baseball
you,
guy?
you should probably know a lot of these guys. If you
Yeah,
watch,
I know the guys,
even
but I don't know
watching-
who's hitting what.
Even watching Cleveland, you should have an idea.
I don't spend my time. Well, who are the leaders? I look
that's
at
too
trends. I look at baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You're
who
so
really-
highbrow.
Who
I
cares
look
about
at the
that?
analytical
just
stuff.
Just a baseball savant over
Thank
there.
you. I
Can
appreciate
you get the
it.
other 2 or one of?
I'm trying to think, okay? I think one Colton Cowser.
No,
No.
Shohei Ohtani, even though he's hitting 200 over his last 14 games, is still hitting 321. And Juan Soto,
I should have gotten
tied
one.
with
Soto.
Bobby Witt at 319.
We missed the 2 biggest names.
Yeah.
I missed the 2 biggest names. But I'm up 3-0. What's the next
Okay,
category?
Jeff starts. You should be able to get a couple of these ones. Home run leaders, top 5.
Gunnar Henderson.
Yes, he is tied for 2nd with 19.
Well, that's a tough one. Juan Soto.
Tied for 4th at 17.
Well, if 17's 4th, then 16's 5th.
Well,
so,
he's tied for 4th.
Kyle Tucker.
19. 4-2 all of a sudden.
Yeah, getting tougher here, isn't it?
It's getting to be a game now.
Now we got a ball game.
That's right. Who you got? There's 2 left.
Now I want to talk about the ball game for
No,
a
because
minute.
you want to
Give him time out. Call it next.
You're gonna get an X. The Cardinals won. Here you go.
I will say, next would be, boy, it gets tough now, doesn't it?
Give him an X.
3,
Wait a minute. Give me 3 seconds. Start now.
3, 2.
Shohei Ohtani.
All right, there's 2 left, Jeff.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, like he only hit 14 last month. Come on.
Who else
So
is up?
4-3.
Hard to say.
Marcel Ozuna.
Yes.
Doggone it.
4-4, just like that.
Oh, I don't pay attention to leaders. I'm a trend.
Thank you.
All right.
follow trends.
RBIs.
I go first.
Yep.
Marcel Ozuna.
Yes. Number 2.
Alec Boehm.
Tied for 4th. Or no, 4th all alone. Yes.
Juan Soto.
Yes. He's tied for 2nd.
Jose Ramirez.
Number 1. I can't believe you didn't get that one. to start
I
with. Thought
didn't think
Fox
he
would
knew
take
that,
it.
so I was gonna
All
wait.
right, last one.
Last one.
6-6 right now.
Gets tough now.
Here we go. Gonna have to get the clock on you.
Aaron Judge.
You are correct. 7-6.
As we go to round 4.
Stolen bases.
Oh, that's easy.
I don't know who
Well,
is
you're
in the
up.
top 5, but I know Ellie De La Cruz is number 1.
You are correct.
Doggone it.
You are correct.
7-7.
7-7.
O'Neal Cruz.
No. There's four possibilities here. You could gain some points. You can go ahead. It's 7-7.
Ozzie Albies.
No. Terang from Milwaukee is 2nd. Caballero from Tampa.
Really?
Bobby Witt Jr.
I should have got him.
And I think it's Josh Young from Washington. I wouldn't have got that one.
I don't
Okay.
think it's Josh Young from Washington.
How about get off your phone because you're going to look up.
get
stats.
off
I
your
want to know
phone.
who Young is from Washington.
It says Young, Jay Young.
Well, click his name.
I can't because then it'll go out of the screen. Then I'll lose all the
Yeah.
other stuff.
No,
Just calm down.
Move on.
All right, let's move on.
All right, let's go with earn run average starters.
Whose turn?
My turn. That gets difficult because, well, I'll go Seth Lugo. He's still got to be in there.
No.
You're kidding.
Really?
He got bombed last night.
He's still in the twos.
Yeah, well, then that's not good enough.
Luis Gil.
You are correct. Number 2 with 1.82.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
It's not my fault he got bombed last night and his ERA went over 2.
Well, that's just crazy.
Well, it is. Jeff?
He already guessed.
Yeah, but you guessed Lugo.
No, but I get to guess again.
No, you don't.
No,
You're
once
out.
you lose,
Of course
the
I
other
do.
guy
You're
goes.
out.
Jeff, you got anybody else?
Luckily, I don't know much about this. Corbin Burns?
No. Ranger Suarez leads the
duh.
league, 1.7. That Hawk kid from Boston, 1.85.
Tanner Houck.
And Amenga from the Cubs.
Shota Imanaga.
Even though
Imanaga, not Imanga or
he-
Imanagiga.
he pitched last night.
I mean, could you guys butcher a name worse?
Probably.
Scooble from Detroit.
Should have got those. What's the score?
8-7 Jeff. Jeff
Sweet.
starts here. Strikeout leaders.
Batting or pitching?
Pitching.
Pitching. Strikeout leaders.
That's a tough one. Zach Wheeler.
Number 4. Yes.
Oh, boy. Corbin Burns.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Well, it's not my fault he's not striking out enough, guys.
I don't think anyone from Boston is up there. They don't strike out a ton of guys. I'll say Luis Gil.
No. Glasnow is leading the league with 104.
Makes sense.
Flaherty, 94.
Man, he's been good.
That Crochet kid from
He's been
the
good.
White Sox, 93. And Peralta from Milwaukee at
Really?
89.
There you go. What is it, 9-7?
9-7. All right, let's do wins.
Nah.
Yeah, well,
Doing wins.
huh?
We're doing wins.
Yeah,
Whose turn?
Bob's.
Ranger Suarez.
Yes, 9 wins.
9 already. Luis Gil.
8 wins. Tied for third.
Somebody's got 10 wins.
Who does?
Or 2 people have 9.
Got to be somebody from a really good team, right?
You would think.
I think. Yeah, I think. Who are the good teams? Got to be Corbin Burns.
No. He's not.
Is he having a bad year or something?
Tanner Houck.
No. You've been saying this guy's name on every
Is he
single
having a
pitch
bad year?
You've been saying this one guy's name on every single pitching
Because
thing.
he's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
No, but the other guy you've been saying the whole time, Seth Lugo.
Yeah, I should have gotten him.
Probably. Chris Sale is also in there, and Zach Wheeler.
Almost said
Wheeler's
Zach
another one.
Wheeler. I didn't think he only has 6, unless he won yesterday.
He did win yesterday.
Well, then I messed that up.
Did we do RBIs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and
One more.
we did batting average, we did that one.
Let's do
Hits.
saves.
Let's do hits. We'll do hits.
Hits.
We'll do hits and saves.
I go first.
Jeff goes first on
I have
hits.
no idea who's leading the league in hits. Bobby Witt Jr.
He's number 2. You are correct. You get a point.
Luis Arias.
Yes, number 1, 84.
Usually Albies is up there. He doesn't walk much, but I don't think I'm going to guess him. I think he might have been hurt. Jose Altuve.
No. Bob, you can pick up some ground.
Marcelo Zuna.
No.
You're kidding.
Mookie Betts,
That's a good one.
Contreras, and Juan Soto.
Doggone it.
Juan Soto.
And
All right.
saves. What's the score?
Jeff's up by 2.
I don't believe it.
That's okay.
And I get to go first.
No, you went first on hits.
Did I?
Yeah,
Yes.
Bob goes first. Wonder why you wanted to go first. this
Stop
time.
that!
Saves, huh?
Yes.
So hard. This is so hard.
It really isn't.
I can't. Bet 30 years ago, I would have been all over this stuff. Saves. Hughes for New York. Phil Hughes.
What?
For the Yankees.
That's not his name. You're thinking of Clay Holmes.
Clay Holmes.
Clay Holmes is in there. We just basically gave you the top guy.
Do I get that one because I said his name?
You weren't paying attention.
No, I got it. Thank you.
But did you not get before we started the whole thing?
No, whatever.
Why do you think Jeff wanted to go? And I said, well, I wonder why you want to go. Who's the Cleveland? Go
Emmanuel
ahead, Jeff.
Clase.
Got number 1, 19.
I win.
Tied with somebody else.
Ryan Helsley.
Yes, tied at 19.
He has 19 saves.
He does. You
got
2 left, and you're up 1.
I gave him an answer.
Yeah,
you
well,
better get
he
this.
missed.
You better get this one, my friend.
The Phillies guy.
You better get it.
The guy who came over from Gregory Soto.
Wrong.
No.
He's not even their closer.
Who is?
All right, there's 2 left, Bob.
Is it a Phillies guy? They've won a ton of games. Alvarado from the Phillies.
Incorrect.
The
Suarez from San Diego and Finnegan from Washington.
He's good.
Jeff,
I win. Thank you.
you are the winner today.
Champion.
By a point.
Congratulations.
By a point, it doesn't
Might
mean
as well
anything.
be 1,000 points.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean a thing.
Doesn't mean if you win by 1 or 1,000, it doesn't make a difference. You
Just
still got to win.
doesn't mean a darn thing.
No? I'll remember that next time we do it and you win.
All right.
Holy man. It's all we hear about for weeks on end.
Thanks for getting the game together.
Anytime.
Cardinals hold on to win, for those of you who care, and many of you do. They hold on to beat the Astros to salvage the 3rd game of that series, thankfully. And now they come home to play Colorado, and if they don't sweep that series, I'm done with them.
All right, fair enough. Colorado's been playing better.
A little bit, but they're not very good.
I think they're solid.
We'll be back. We've got more to come here on the Bob and Jeff Show with Jason Duda. Stay with us.
Have you ever covered a carpet stain with a rug? Ignored a leaky faucet? Pretended your half-painted living room is supposed to look that way? Well, you're not alone. We've all got unfinished home projects. Whether it's a door that sticks, or a disorganized closet, or an AC unit that only works half the time. It all matters. You just haven't taken care of it yet. But there's an easier way. Just download the Thumbtack app. You can search for what you need done and find tons of highly rated pros right in your neighborhood. Check prices, reviews, and book a pro right on the spot. Plus, you'll know what to tackle next, because Thumbtack is the app that shows you what to do, who to hire, and when. Pull out your phone and in just a few taps, say goodbye to all those unfinished home projects and say hello to caring for your home the easier way. Download Thumbtack and start a project today.
Call from mom. Answer it. Call silenced.
Instacart knows nothing gets between you and the game. That's why they make ordering from your couch easy. Stock up today and get all your groceries for the week delivered in as fast as 30 minutes without missing a minute of the game.
You have 47 new voicemails.
Download the app to get free delivery on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
Yes, goal.
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
KFH.
We will not be here tomorrow, but we will be back on Friday. The Royals play their series finale tomorrow against Cleveland. That game will be carried here on KFH. Weather interfering in Cleveland this evening?
Looks like it might. That's the indication, but we'll try to get it in, I'm sure.
Well, that's great for you, though. You can go to the game and watch Bob, and then go home and watch the game. Maybe it's just delayed a couple hours.
Maybe it's delayed, yeah.
Maybe.
How about that? Then it works out perfect.
Again, I got to watch the Royals broadcast, though.
God, you complain a lot about things if you want your favorite team, and you got to watch the game, turn the sound off.
We'll see.
Put your headset on and listen to the Cleveland broadcast.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we'll see.
Of course,
it's easy.
There's always a delay you got to work around when you do that, and it's maddening to try to get it to sync up. I've done it many times.
Me too.
But it's an option.
It is an option. There's no question
I'm lazy.
about that.
And I got to work tomorrow.
Then hit the mute button. That's not difficult.
Yeah, but then I don't get the Atmo.
Don't you?
So obviously it's not that big a deal.
No, it's not.
It's not.
He is starting to lose some of his passion.
It's one of the
for the Guardians.
That's just.
Can't you feel it?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't want to listen. I don't want to listen to the broadcast, so I'm probably not going to watch it. That's what
the Guardians are all I ever think about. But yeah, I'm losing my passion.
They're all you ever think
Pretty much,
about?
yeah.
But you weren't going to watch them.
I'd
because
lose sleep over them. You don't know anything about that.
You wouldn't put mute on to watch them play.
I don't need to watch them play against the Royals.
Thoughts?
Ridiculous.
Man, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'll watch them play against the Marlins this weekend.
So you're so nervous that the Royals are going to win tonight.
I'm nervous all the time about the Guardians. Constantly nervous. They're 40-20. You don't think I'm nervous? Every day. Is today going to be the day?
You're so trying to convince yourself this is the team that could finally lead you to a World Series win.
You never know.
But in the back of your mind, you know they can't.
No, I do not know that.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do not. I think
so. You know they can't
this
beat.
This team is built to win in October.
You know they can't beat the Yankees.
Of course they can.
You know they can't beat the Dodgers.
In the playoffs, of course they can.
You know they can't beat the Phillies.
Why do you keep saying that and I keep saying I don't? I hate when you do that. I keep saying something.
You see why I have so much fun on this show?
Completely contradicts you. You know it. No, I don't. You know that. No, I don't. You know that they. Yeah, no, I don't. You know that they. Stop it.
Well, you don't even know if they can really beat the Royals. They've only played them once.
So they beat them.
They did.
That's a good point.
They can beat
Thanks for making it.
They can beat the White Sox.
No, we lost 3 or 4 to the White Sox. Lost 2 or 3 to the Rockies.
I knew they lost 3 to 4.
Well, if we lose 3 or 4 to the Rockies, I'm checking it in for the.
You'd lose 2 or 3 if you were playing in Colorado.
That's a tough place to play. There's no doubt about that.
It's hard to play there. We really did not.
You never feel comfortable. That might be the ballpark that, and they're never good. But that might be the ballpark that I hate more than any because you don't feel like you're ever going to win there. Because that team, Colorado's terrible, but they managed to play fairly well in their home ballpark. And they always have a good crowd. Why do Denver people show up for the Rockies when year after year they're just awful?
I don't know. I couldn't answer that.
Why is that?
I don't know.
There
I saw the crowd last night in Cleveland. There's 14 drunks in the stand.
25,000. We need to do better, but it's a good start. Hopefully we'll have more tonight.
I mean, what's the deal? What do they want?
There'll be nobody there tonight because it might rain. So you might get 3,000 or 4,000.
What do they want in Cleveland?
You think Clevelanders are scared off by a little rain?
Well, they don't show up when it's nice out and their team's winning.
Yeah, they do. They're more of a weekend crowd. We got a lot going on in Cleveland.
What's going on?
There's
tonight,
all kinds
Wednesday
of conventions, concerts
tonight.
You know,
what's happening?
Everyone stops through Cleveland.
Here's Ralph, who probably wants to weigh in on some of this nonsense. Ralph, welcome.
Welcome, 100% on the. I don't know if it's nonsense, but I lost my train of thought when somebody said, I think it was Jeff, there's plenty of things to do in Cleveland. That's probably the only time that's ever been said. But having said that, I do want to say
I've done a lot of things in Cleveland.
Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Guardians, and I don't think of anything else. But I will say I totally share with him this feeling of when will the shoe drop? I mean, last summer I got sucked into the Reds playing well, and every day I didn't lose sleep, but it was close to about when are they going to start playing badly? And sure enough, they did, and it just is like a punch in the gut. So I understand what he's feeling, and I hope he doesn't let it overcome him. But it looks like they're playing well right now, so maybe they will win this year. That's all I got.
Yeah, you never know, although you do know. Thanks, Ralph.
What do you know? That your team sits at
Ralph basically
26 and 29 perpetually?
Yeah, well, I'm not very the Cardinals are an average at best team right now. But I'll tell you this,
In a terrible division.
You can't beat the Braves.
Of course we can beat the Braves.
You can't beat the Orioles.
Yeah, we can. Why do you think we're not on their level? What makes you think that?
Because there's no mojo. There's no feeling.
Who scored more runs than the Guardians in the American League?
I think Duda agrees with me here.
They've had to come back way too much. That's going to end soon.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
you don't know
it's one of
anything.
those
That's
things.
the problem. Like,
It's
you just
too
know
bad.
nothing.
You just can't get
You
behind
don't watch them,
all the time.
You don't know anything.
And then come back and think you're going to win. It's, at some point,
Why are you
it's gonna
being
be
Bob
like,
right
uh-oh.
now?
Well, I'm
Why
not,
are you being Bob right now?
Why do you think he's being Bob?
Because he's saying stupid stuff and not listening to people who actually have participated in the thing that he's talking stupidly about. Like, you don't get to talk about the Guardians. You've not watched a second of them.
Can I talk about them?
You've watched maybe 3 seconds, and you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I know about baseball. I watch all the teams.
Okay, well, this is a team that leads the American League in runs.
I saw them.
They have the best bullpen in baseball. What about that do you think is flimsy?
Well, you better hope Jose Ramirez just carries the team all year.
He hasn't, and they're 40 and 20.
He has.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, absolutely.
He was cold for a month.
Because they got very little else.
David Fry, Andre Jimenez, Stephen Kwan. They have plenty else. So you don't know what you're talking about. You're just trying to tweak me, and it gets on my nerves.
It bothers
Isn't that
you?
the definition of tweaking?
No,
Yes.
the fact that you think you're tweaking me is what tweaks me. And don't
So
think
he's-
of that as a success.
So he's not tweaking you,
no,
but
that's a huge failure.
But because he thinks he's tweaking you, that works.
Yes.
But if he's
So
tweaking
my
you,
No, it doesn't work.
that doesn't work.
My attempt at tweaking isn't working, but the fact I'm making the attempt is tweaking you.
No, the fact that you think you are.
Right. I'm making the attempt. And that's all it takes is the attempt.
Being bipartisan in this, I would say you're tweaked.
I'm absolutely not tweaked.
Well, you got angry there.
I feel, yeah, because you guys are just popping off when you have
lashed
no
out
knowledge.
at Ralph.
I did not lash out at Ralph.
There's no need for it.
I love Ralph.
And I'm going to put my foot down.
And they're 40 and 20.
Yeah, they're having a good year.
They're having a great year.
They're
That's
60 games in.
That's a 108 win pace. What's your pace? 38?
You're right. You've had a better year than the Cardinals.
Right. So shut it.
And I hope you get to the playoffs.
What happens if the Cardinals end up with a better record than Cleveland?
There's zero chance of that happening.
Yeah, they play.
Well, we still got 102 games to figure it out.
Well, good.
Both teams have played 60 games. Right now, the Guardians are 11 games better than the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yep.
There's no denying that. That is fact.
Fact.
So we'll see. What's the next 60 games going to produce?
Who knows?
I think Cleveland will go 30 and 30.
Perfect. Be 70 and 50. Sounds
That'd be-
great.
Yeah.
What do the Cardinals do?
Of course I would.
I think the Cardinals will go about 33 and 27.
They got a little easier schedule now.
If they're playing in their division a little bit more. So I think that Cardinals will gain 3 or 4 games on Cleveland.
Over the next 60?
Over the next 60.
So we'll be 8 up?
Yeah.
The schedule does soften now, whether that means anything. But St. Louis plays Colorado, Pittsburgh, the Cubs, Miami, the Giants, 3 against Atlanta, but at home, 4 against Cincinnati. That's what's coming up this month.
Well, and the good thing is too is you're not going to get Jones. Well, you might get Jones. You're not going to get Skeens with Pittsburgh, so you're going to get the back of their rotation as well, which will help because they're going tonight.
Well, I hope
yesterday
so.
and tomorrow. Yeah, that's how I see it. I mean, you could probably mark it down in ink.
Skeens will be ready to pitch against them. They don't play them till next week.
Oh, next week. Yeah, well then you got two tough ones then, if that's the case.
We'll take him to the woodshed.
I doubt it.
Well, we'll see how he does tonight against the Yankees.
That's must-see television.
I mean, yeah, if I could watch it, I would probably watch that game.
That would be the game if I was home tonight that I would watch.
I don't even know what you guys are saying anymore.
You're not. Well, I'll come over and watch it here for you.
For sure.
Make sure everything's good. Nothing happens.
Because that's very interesting. That's a very interesting game. Wait a minute. He's not pitching. He's pitching against the Dodgers.
Dodgers. Sorry, that's right.
Man, could you be right about...
Well, you still got Ohtani and Betts and Freeman. That's still a good lineup.
Oh, it's still a great
Still want to watch
matchup.
that one.
It's still a great... Jared Jones shut down the Dodgers yesterday. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and see if we can tweak Jeff some more. I don't know.
Is that what we're doing?
Those Guardians fans on Twitter know nothing. Who know
are they saying
nothing.
now?
Give us an example of what was
We
said.
didn't start Allen because I think he didn't want him starting and getting cut short by a rain delay. No, he didn't start because he's bad.
All right, we'll be back. Jeff, a basket case. Best record his team's ever had.
And
You'd never know it.
Losing his marbles.
Unreal.
Over some clown in Cleveland.
They know
who probably
nothing.
hasn't been to a game and makes a comment, and he's
Unreal.
losing his marbles.
You know, when I start to think that technology's terrible, and then we have a moment like we just had where, for some reason, we started talking about Jerry Park in Montreal, where the Expos played. That was your team.
I know him
as a kid, and discovered.
Nope.
Did you find anything?
Not really.
Funny about that?
Not really. Not that time.
I mean, it's just stupidity. I mean, it's just advertised stupidity.
Well, I'll tell Jerry you said that.
Max, put a promo together that we advertise stupidity. And you should listen to the Bob and Jeff show, especially Jeff. And we promise stupidity.
You'll get some.
We'll come through.
Guaranteed every day.
Anyway. The Cardinals played the first game there for the Expos.
How'd they do?
Lost.
Yes, they did.
In 1969. The final game ever played by Willie Mays as a Giant happened at Jari Park in 1973. In 1973 also, the largest crowd ever in that park, 34,331 attended. And in 1974, future Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter. Now you have to be a Carter fan. Although by the time you followed him,
he was still there.
Okay, he hit a home run against the Phillies. Steve Carlton.
There you have it.
You know, they talk about bringing baseball back to Montreal at some point. I think it'd be a great fit. I think Montreal would be a great addition to Major League Baseball.
I don't see why not. That was the team I watched growing up. Like I was telling you guys during the break, I liked the Expos were my favorite team.
I can see why.
And they had some good teams. The strike year, they were favored to win it that year.
They had very good players go through Montreal. I mean,
Pedro Martinez,
Tim Raines, Pedro Martinez, Andre Dawson,
Randy Johnson.
I mean,
Gary Carter.
That's a pretty good group.
Here's some interesting Willie Mays trivia for you.
We're not talking about Willie Mays.
Well, just listen.
We're talking about Montreal and Jerry Park.
He played his final game as a Giant in Montreal on May 9th, 1972. He played his first game as a Met on May 14th, 1972, against the Giants and went 2 for 4 with a homer and 2 walks.
Well, that just completely interrupted our conversation.
Okay, well, go ahead.
I mean, I don't understand it. We were talking about the Montreal Expos, not Willie Mays.
Oh, we can't talk about both?
Are you a round peg for this show?
I sure hope
Trying
so.
to fit in in a square hole.
That's my story of my life, man.
I mean, we're having one of our best conversations.
Oh, we'll continue.
Ever. Now it's gone. I forgot.
Did I ruin it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, you know, those uniforms Montreal wore were very popular. You still see an Expos hat occasionally. And the Wichita Arrows were the AAA affiliate of Montreal for a little bit.
I didn't know that. Were they really?
Arrows had a lot of affiliates.
They were. And the player I most remember from that particular time as an Expos affiliate was a left-handed hitter by the name of Mike Stenhouse. Good hitter. You want to check me on that?
Sure.
You're dying to.
Lucky you were dying to.
Did you notice it?
Yeah, he was reaching for the phone right away. I love it.
Mike Stenhouse.
He doesn't think I know anything.
Played from 82 to 86, was terrible.
He was a good hitter in the minor leagues.
I believe you.
And a very good hitter for the Wichita Arrows.
Yeah, 1983, he hit 25 big bombs, 355 batting average.
What did I say?
No, that's not bad.
95 walks to 55 strikeouts in 109 ball games.
What did I say?
25 homers in 109 ball games back in the early 80s. That's
93 RBIs,
At Lawrence
681
Dumont
slugging.
Stadium.
Went to the majors, didn't do a darn thing.
No, he was but people thought he would. He's one of those guys that people had high hopes for, but it just didn't pan out.
It happens.
Sometimes that happens.
It happens. You never can tell.
What ruined him was they made him, in 1982, he destroyed AAA, and they made him repeat the level in 1983. So I think that probably hampered him, and that was it.
Yeah, that's pure conjecture.
Well, I'll call him. You want me to call him?
Pure conjecture.
We should have a chat with him maybe.
So let's get Mike Stenhouse on the show.
We should, I'll put together a list of the 15 best minor league players in Wichita pro history,
and I'll have them
who are
all
still
on
living,
the show.
and you'll try to get them on.
Perfect.
Mike Stenhouse would be one of them.
Kit Pello would be another.
Did we have Richie Scheinblum on this show? Now, he's passed away, I believe.
What college did Mike Stenhouse go to?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You should know because he went to Harvard.
Well, why
it
should
seems
I
like
know?
that would have come up in your conversations or something. Like guys,
I didn't cover
most
the team.
baseball players just don't go to Harvard.
I don't. What year did he play in Wichita?
83 and 82.
I don't know if I covered that particular team. I don't think I covered. Maybe I did, but I don't recall covering that team.
All right. Well, he went to Harvard.
Except on when I was a fill-in basis. When the regular.
I understand what a fill-in is.
I'm trying to convince you. Yeah, you fill-in basis.
Right here, so I can understand where you wouldn't remember.
In fact, your nickname around Odyssey has become. There's old fill-in Duda.
There he is again. There he is again.
Oh my goodness! Sometimes I get on a roll and
and then the show ends.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
It's just awful.
It
well,
is
you want to leave them wanting more for sure. All right, I don't even remember what we've done on the show today, but I'm sure it was great.
I won a game. I did a lot of good stuff.
Duda, thank you. We'll see you next week sometime.
Sounds good.
We'll see you all on Friday, a day off tomorrow for the Royals. Have a good evening.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
Yes, goal.
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
It's a great day to venture out in a spacious and capable Toyota SUV, like the new RAV4. With available all-wheel drive, it can go just about anywhere. And with plenty of passenger and cargo space, you'll go from morning carpool to weekend road trip without missing a beat. Plus, with available features like wireless charging and a touchscreen interface, your Toyota RAV4 will keep you connected no matter where you're going. Or check out a spacious Highlander. With seating for up to 8, it's a hub for family adventure. You'll drive in comfort and style with available heated and ventilated seats and all the latest tech. And with available hybrid models, your new Highlander can save you tons on gas. Right now, your local Toyota dealer has more vehicles in stock and is making delivery on new vehicles almost every day. So don't wait. Buy a RAV4 or Highlander today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
After investing billions to light up our network, T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Plus, right now, you can switch, keep your phone, and we'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/across America.
Up to 4 lines via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service ported 90+ days with device and eligible carrier and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months.